One of my buddies, I ran around with a group of guys, and one of them was Carol's boyfriend, and whom she eventually married. So I knew Carol as Bob's girlfriend through, I guess, 2 years while we were in college, maybe.
Well, he was just part of the group that, you know, we kind of got people who had similar interests, you know, hung out together.
Yeah, so we kept bumping into each other at church conventions and stuff.
Yeah.
And we'd always go out with a gang, Carol and Bob and me. But I spent my first, I don't know how to say it. I was up until 75 a bachelor. Well, both Bob and I went into ministry, so Carol went into ministry with Bob, and I went into ministry. We both were in New England for a time. They started in Vermont, and my first church was in Vermont. They were up north, and I was down in Bennington. Bob passed away, and 2007, I think it was, I went to the annual church conference, which happened to be in Orlando, and Carol was at the conference. So that's when we kind of bumped into each other. Carol told me later, she loaned me a book when we first saw each other at that conference. And I never got around to reading it for 2 years. And then I said, oh my goodness, I've got Carol's book, I better read it. So I read the book, and then I was headed for New England, so stopped in to see her. And you told me later, well, it was just you. You know, you're part of the group. You know, she didn't think anything about it. So I guess I was the first one to get a little bit smitten. We started to see each other. I was down here and she was in York, Pennsylvania. And another little quirky part of the story is, you know, we were all in the Christian Missionary Alliance denomination. So we both had friends here. And it's hard, especially for a bachelor preacher, to do anything. And I'd been living with that all my life. So I said, if we're going to see each other, how about doing it in secret? Right?
Yeah.
So we snuck around for 2 years. I kept making trips north, and I'd tell people I'm going up to see the leaves, leaf peeping. And we fooled them for 2 years.
People would say, Carol, what are you doing? Or Neil, what are you going to do? It was mostly before anybody knew we were together.
Yeah.
And he'd say, oh, I'm going to go up north, go leaf peeping. You know, the pretty leaves in the fall. He was really coming to see me. At least that's what he said. That's what he said. He really just fits in. I think we do things together. We don't have too many disagreements. He's doing the same kind of work that that I'm comfortable with.
Yeah, we've grown together, you know. It's 8 years now. It'll be 8 years next week. Secret, I don't know if it's a secret, but for us, it was a God thing. Not something we planned, not something that I was looking for, she was looking for. It was a sense, hey, the Lord has allowed us to be together, and we think of that all the time now. He's given us this gift of being together for this piece of our lives. And it's different for her because Bob's not with her. It's very different for me because I was always alone. And we both feel that this is a thing the Lord has done.
Yeah.